us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Last season, James Harden moved past Larry Bird on the career points list. Harden said, passing one of the greatest ever is a great honor. I just got to continue to build because at the end of the day, I want my name to be mentioned with those greats. Well, it already is. Guys?
I agree, David. Every word of it. Absolutely. Thank you. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Kevin Durant.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Reggie Jackson out there at Bledsoe. And it's George in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, the post pair, Durant along with Griffin. Mills out there with Harden. And it's Bembry in at the 3. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Looking for George. He gets it there. Pass to Zubac. Baseline J on the way. Good. He hits the jump shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Passes it to Jackson. Kevin Durant with the rebound. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And as shaky as they looked in that game, guys, it showed a lot of mental toughness that they were able to come out and get a win.
6 on the shot clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. Says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. He skipped prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game.
And the first one drops. And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Break was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at making it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. From outside, off the mark. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Mills. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. With the drive. Shot's good by Mills.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start, giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Bledsoe. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Eric Bledsoe's court vision is probably underrated. What a pretty pass.
Mills with it, guarded by Bledsoe. Pass to Harden. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Shot clock at 6. Bembry kicks to Mills. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Bembry the pass to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. The three from Mills. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. Here's Bembry. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Harden outside. Pulls up. Releases from the wing and drills it.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Bledsoe outside for the three. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Mills. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Mills has got his second bucket of the night.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
To the inside. Here's Griffin. KD dishes to Griffin. Out to KD. Driving in. And he banks in the layup.
How about Kevin Durant on the dribble drive? What to do with this guy? He's got so many ways he can hurt you.
Bledsoe outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Harden against Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Harden with such a high usage rate, Doris, it's incredible how efficient he is.
Guys, his percentages are fantastic for someone who has to take so many difficult shots. He's not at the finishing end of alley-oops, let's remember. This guy is not allowed clear lanes to the bucket. He gets the best defender night by night. This guy has to work for every look he gets.
And a key part, Doris, of Harden's game lately is rebounding.
Right, because his ability to rake and take, get out in transition, make great decisions on the fly, it puts so much pressure on the defense.
Here's Mills after Eric Bledsoe's score. Griffin passes to Bembry, and that one is hammered home.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
And it's George finishing it off.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Clippers getting the bucket. Harden scanning the floor. That shot off the mark. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Los Angeles.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to the Pelicans. And the jam by Harden.
And you talk about the best ball handlers in the league. Don't forget about James Harden.
Clippers leading by 3. George double teamed. The pass to Zubac. Now Jackson. The feed now to George. And Harden comes to help. And George kicks to Bledsoe. High post, Zubac. And it's James Harden with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Bembry, and he uses the glass on the lane. Bembry's got his second basket of the game.
And just a smooth player who reads the floor incredibly well. Harden is always looking to get his teammates involved.
They get it back. Zubac. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
Down low, Griffin with the steal. Carter against Bledsoe. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
A moment here to see the numbers for Aldridge. 11th in field goal percentage. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And as you mentioned, one of the more efficient scorers in pro basketball. He challenges defenders with his bravado. And more often than not, he prevails. In the corner, George with it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
3.
Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Harden. Rebound by the Clippers. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Nets trail by 8. Harden with it. George picks him up. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
Bledsoe for 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Johnson. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Clippers leading by 4. George double teamed. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's Aldridge. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
It's stolen. Carter with it. George picks him up. They get the rebound.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
LA's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Passes to Zubac. There's Jackson with the three. And no good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Here's Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
His first foul.
It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And the playmaking of Harden continues to impress. Whether he's looking for his shot or creating for others, such a dynamic talent.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. That one drops. He ties it up.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
There's Jackson with the three. George looking around. And good that time. George has got 9.
Well, Paul George routinely making these difficult shots look easy. He's showing how dominant he truly is.
Jackson against Harden. Embry the pass to Aldridge. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Harden's shot is good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here are the Clippers. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Bledsoe. That shot off. Johnson with some nice D. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. Aldridge trying to break free. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Carter. He's got 12.
And on the offensive end, Harden can be such a monster. So far, he's had little trouble finding his shots.
No good from Bledsoe.
And already, they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Here's Harden. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. The Clippers trail. Bledsoe with it. And it's Carter picking him up. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And George drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Johnson right side. Makes it off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
No good from Bledsoe. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's the lob to Aldridge. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. This is his first free throw of the game.
14. Shooting for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson. Yeah, the line with 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
And so Jackson nails both of them. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. It's Harden with the drive and the jam by Harden.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It's rebounded by Aldridge. Got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We come back right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Carter. Then it's James Johnson. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Bembry in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 3. And here's Harden for 3. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Harden's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
Well, Harden is the right option here. He has zero hesitation as a shooter.
And it's George missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Harden against Jackson. And no good. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Guarded by Harden. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Harden. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Durant checked in for Brooklyn. Mills comes in for James Harden.
Patrick Mills.
Picked off in midair. There's the call on James Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Clippers trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
George, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for Brooklyn. Carter dishes to Millsap. Back to Carter. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Nets lead by 7. The Clippers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Here's George. And it's sent back by KD.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
The Nets working the ball around now. Stolen by Zubac. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Poked away. Johnson outside. Pass to Mills. Outside, KD. Inside. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Durant. Johnson's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Nets. Outside, George. Some solid defense there from KD.
And they continue to control the glass.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Nets.
Nets leading by 7 and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And there's the pass to Bledsoe. He's guarded by Johnson. Kicks it to Jackson. Pass to George. Clock at 6. Over Durant. And it's George again missing.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. It's George on the wing. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Griffin can't get it to go in. Clippers trail by 9. and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. To the middle. Mills can't hit. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 41% for the game. Score of the basket is 5th in the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Boy, more points for Bledsoe. This guy is a big-time talent, big-time athleticism. What a combination.
George against KD. On the wing, Johnson. KD against George. And that's good. Kevin Durant for 3. KD's got 7.
Boy, the quick release of Kevin Durant and the release point so high, you really can't get a good contest on him.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Durant inside. Defended by George. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Here's Bledsoe. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And here's George. Bledsoe left side. No good from outside.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Johnson, the pass to Griffin. Over George, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
Well, listen, you do the best you can to make Kevin Durant take tough shots, but this guy, lightning quick release, unbelievable shooter, so hard to guard him.
Here's Bledsoe, misses off the right iron. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play. So for the Nets, Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Johnson. And it's James Harden in for Javon Carter. And Doris, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you can as a scorer and as a passer.
Here he goes. Shot's good by Mills.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
Durant against George. Outside Jackson. He kicks to Bledsoe. Aldridge is covering. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
And look at how well Aldridge utilizes his size, reaching out and just batting away the shot.
No one covered. Mills has got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Nets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Bledsoe. Basket counts. Bledsoe's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now, this is a powerful ball handler with exceptional quickness. Bledsoe's becoming elite at taking defenders off the dribble.
Durant, the pass to Griffin. Back to KD. Kicks it out to Harden. And he drives in, and the jam by Harden.
And on the drive, Harden is so tricky to guard. No one wants to risk handing him a foul.
Outside Jackson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His first foul.
It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Andre Bembry's checked in for the Nets. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Harden outside, fires from deep. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
So those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Jackson kicks to George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The first free throw is good. And George drops them both. Nets leading by 14. Harden outside. Here's Bembry, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Paul George, tremendous vertical. How fast does he get off his feet?
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Aldridge kicks to Mills. Stolen by Bledsoe. It's 2-on-1. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Now here's Mills. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
Second quarter.
Shoots from 14, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Mills. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Driving the lane, and Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Stolen by Harden. One-on-one here. Here's Bembry, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And they're running. Harden with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Offensive rebound. From the arc. Harden's shot is off.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Mills passes to Aldridge. Back to Mills. To the left wing. Here's Bembry. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Paul Millsap's checked in for Blake Griffin.
For your Nets, Paul Millsap.
Nets leading by 13. Harden left side. Stolen by Zubac. It's tipped. Mills finds Harden. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Harden's got 28 points for the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Ty Lue. Coach, do you think your turnovers and struggles at the offensive end fueled their scoring?
Always.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 28 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
They've been struggling to get shots in general, but down low, hate to say it, giving up way too many easy looks. If they can't protect the rim more effectively in the second half, it's going to be a long ride home.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Bledsoe is out there with Jackson, and it's George in at the small forward position. Shot clock at 2. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Nets leading by 15. Pass to Mills. KD on the wing. Corner shot. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
It's Durant on the wing. There's the pass to Griffin. And here's Mills for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. From 11 feet away, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant. Doris, you look at Marcus Morris, a very solid 3 and D type of forward.
That's exactly right, because think about it, Morris, early in his career, there was a reluctance to shoot the range shot. He was more mid-range guy, but credit him for putting in the work. Now Marcus is a deadly three-point shooter, and he brings a size and physicality on the defensive end.
Harden kicks to Mills. Here's Bembry, and it's sent back by George. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Clippers trail by 13. Outside Jackson. Pass to Bledsoe. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. He's got 8.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And it's sent back by KD.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Bembry kicks to Durant. Jacks up a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Jackson with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Jackson. And Brooklyn turns it over again. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Passes it to George. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's sent back by KD. And he gets it back. In the corner, Harden out of bounds. The Clippers take possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Here's George. He's got 18. Outside Jackson. Takes it inside. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. But they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a three for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Now, here is George, guarded closer.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Team foul.
Brooklyn leading by 12. Outside Durant. Fires the three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Bledsoe outside to halt the run, and the jam by Bledsoe.
This guy is blessed with such rare athletic gifts. Eric Bledsoe leaves no doubt.
Here's Harden on the wing, guarded by Jackson. For 3, Durant. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, Paul George just putting on a show right now. He's been around this league for a long time. The confidence is there.
Harden against Jackson. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
George with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Mills, and it's sent back by Bledsoe.
The dogged defense from Mr. Bledsoe, twice on the pipes.
And they get it back. Now here's Mills, guarded by Bledsoe, 6 to shoot. And that one's good. Durant.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
In the corner, George with it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 23.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Mills passes to Johnson. He dishes it to KD. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 27.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Bledsoe for 3. Outside Jackson. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Back to Zubac. Yep, that one goes. Zubac has got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
KD with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Harden the pass to Johnson. Now here's Mills. Guarded by Bledsoe. Feeds to Johnson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Jackson. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. They get it again. Johnson kicks to Bembry. Shoots over Zubac. And the rejection by Zubac.
Brooklyn basketball.
Brooklyn making some changes. Aldridge comes in for Johnson. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Kevin Durant. Millsap passes to Bembry. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. 8 points for him.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Here's Bledsoe, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Bembry kicks to Mills. Pass to Bembry. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their home series.
This is where the focus and the confidence of Marcus Morris shows through. This guy's so good at keeping his eye on the target.
Bembry misses.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Brooklyn.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Yeah, and I think something they've also worked hard at tonight is crashing the boards. The second chance points have been coming in bunches.
Both shots good from the stripe. Nets leading by 4. It's Harden with the drive, and the jam by Harden.
Taking it all the way. Harden with the flush there.
Outside for Jackson. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Outside Millsap. The pass to Bembry. The three. And the rejection by Zubac. Outside Jackson. From deep. The offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. Nice D from Aldridge.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Back to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of it.
Jackson played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jackson's got 25 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Clippers trail by 8.
When I think of Ivica Zubac, I think about solid big man who is still young and developing. It's really a matter of him gaining confidence at this point.
It's Bledsoe on the wing.
2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
The 15-footer. Tries again, and it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Goal for Zubac is to be a starter in the league.
You know, this guy has started games in the past. He's also played well off the bench. And listen, he's not going to be a guy who shoots with range. But given everything else you need from a center, he can deliver.
And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Bembry, guarded by Jackson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Aldridge against Zubac. He can't get it to go. Nice D from Aldridge. Brooklyn leading by 10. Bembry the pass to Millsap. Off target from outside. Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Left side, George. Driving inside. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he's able to get it back. Zubac finds Bledsoe. Here's Jackson. The rebound by the Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Nets passing it around. And here's Harden for three. The shot, no good.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's foul number 2 for him.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Nets decide to take their first time out here.
We get t-shirts and they're free. Who wants one? Come on, make some noise. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Brooklyn Nets.
And Brooklyn making a change up. Edwards looking it over. And again, it's the Nets missing. George against Edwards. Outside, George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You see, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Aldridge out there with Durant. Then it's Mills. Then it's Harden. And it's Griffin in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5.
Well, do opposing defenses just start shaking their head when Kevin Durant starts cooking because he can heat up in a hurry?
Mills finds KD. Here's Harden. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First free throw is good.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn.
And both free throws good for James Harden. Clippers trail by 12. Bledsoe left side. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Bledsoe, and it's Griffin with the rebound. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 17 points was their biggest margin. Harden kicks to Durant. Griffin trying to get open, and it's Durant, that time on the assist from Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. And here is Los Angeles now. It's a 16-point game. And stolen by Aldridge. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Boy, KD, just so much confidence in his abilities. When it comes to handling the rock, he can handle it and get a little flashy if necessary.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty activity, KD at the rim.
Clippers trail by 20. Pass to Zubac. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Offensive rebound. Defended by Durant. KD comes with the double team. Shot clock at 5. There's Jackson with the 3.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
They could use a bucket. And Marcus Morris with the 3.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
For 3, Durant trains the three-pointer. Durant's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Nets.
Kevin Durant is a gifted shot maker. What you can do, I can do better.
Here's Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from. That's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things. Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Outside, George. Jackson kicks to Bledsoe. Mills with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Durant dishes to Mills. George against KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
It's Bledsoe on the wing. Back to George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 9 points here in the second half. Outside Durant. From deep. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Griffin finds KD. There's the 3. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bledsoe's got his 6th rebound on the night. George against Harden. And that one's good. George.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Johnson outside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bledsoe. Passes it to Jackson. And the layup is good. Jackson's got 29.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Harden. A second chance effort. Here's Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
His 4th personal.
A primary scorer for his team. Griffin also has a knack for drawing fouls on the way up.
And now that we've gotten a taste of it, Greg, what do you think of the play-in tournament?
I love it. I mean, it definitely has some pros and cons, and you want to keep as many teams as possible engaged down the stretch, but it's a long season, and for some teams, it just got a little bit long. Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
Paul George, shooting 2.
That's good from George. And Los Angeles with some changes. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Winslow comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Eric Bledsoe. And George drops them both. Here is Harden. Offensively, guys, he's been something else. Almost 40 points right now.
Every time he touches the ball, something good happens.
Bembry the pass to Harden. Griffin down low, working on Ibaka. Durant deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Kevin Durant is so crafty. He is outstanding at forcing the issue and drawing fouls.
He misses the free throw. Great player movement is always a constant in the NBA, but with more players on the move every year, the power balance can shift in the blink of an eye.
And we've seen it with the Lakers, right? Just a few years ago. The Nets and a few others. Not everyone, though, loves it, but it sure keeps things interesting.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. Winslow's shot is off.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And Harden with the stop.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Into the lane, and the jam by Harden.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Shots good by Kennard.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Harden dishes to Durant. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
But Kevin Durant has the kind of handle and creativity to get by defensive players off the dribble drive. Nicely done.
Griffin with the steal. The 3 from Harden. Out to KD. Goes back up. Here's Harden on the wing. Rebound by the Clippers. To the paint. And the dunk by Winslow.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Nets leading by 22. There's the drive. Mills can't hit. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the shot is long. Brooklyn's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
They grab their own miss. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Ibaka's got his first basket of the night. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Here's Mills. And Winslow pulls it down.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, you like to see Serge Ibaka be assertive on the offensive end, particularly on the interior.
Harden against Jackson. Harden's shot is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Griffin with the steal. Oh, Griffin in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And you can put those alley-oop feeds as high as you need to when Griffin's on the receiving end. He'll pick it up off the top of the backboard if he has to.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Winslow's shot is off.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Griffin passes to Bembry. To the inside. And Griffin with the score. The assist by KD. Durant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Kennard. From downtown, offensive rebound. Here's Ibaka, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his 3rd personal.
It's on Kevin Durant.
Well, let's remember, Serge Ibaka is a defensive presence. This guy, an elite shot blocker early in his career, and he is now a capable scorer from just about anywhere.
Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
Thomas feeling it out a bit to the wing on the left, and the pass to Griffin. The shot missing, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight. And what a huge standout performance it was
for Kevin Durant.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Over in the corner, Edwards lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Winslow with it. He's picked up by Millsap. Coffee. Pass to Winslow. Over to the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson attacking. That one good for 2.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
At the line. At the line 2 times.
And the first one at the line is good. And Edwards drops them both. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th. Johnson attacking.
Brooklyn foul. Paul Millsap. His first foul. 4th team foul. At the line for the Clippers. Keon Johnson. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. So Johnson hits 2 of them. It's Thomas outside, off the mark. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much